to one of the most beautiful park and recreation facilities in the city of Philadelphia. And on behalf of the women and men of the Philadelphia Parks and Recreation, I want to thank all of you for your support and your caring of this wonderful natural resource and wonderful facilities that populate this park. I'm Mike DeBerardinis, and I'm the Commissioner of Parks and Recreation. And as a lot of you know, we have been in a process of merging the two departments, the Recreation Department and Fairmount Park, over the last year. And during that process, we talked to citizens all over the city in meeting after meeting. And one theme came out very, very clear to us, that if we were going to have strong and coherent neighborhoods, if we were going to have our children have access to good out-of-school time programs and youth development programs, and if we were going to bind and pull together this city, all its different neighborhoods and all its different ethnic groups and races, we had to have a park and recreation system that was safe, that was clean, and that was ready for use by its citizens. We heard that loud and clear. We were in this rec center in April with about 50 or 60 folks from the community, and they told us that's what they wanted us to do. Now, I'm very lucky, and we're very lucky, that we have a mayor who gets it. We have a mayor who cares about this department and cares about his programs, who has a commitment to safety, a commitment to kids, and a commitment to a high quality of life in all the neighborhoods in the city. And that's our mayor, Michael Nutter. We hear it for him. So, under the mayor's leadership and working with the surrounding boroughs and townships, we are here today to launch this, not just a single event that would bring us to this beautiful resource, to this trail, and to the facilities that surround this trail, but that will, over the next year, build a set of powerful and fun and exciting programs for children, youth, adults, and seniors, and will open up this trail as a fabulous, and this park as a fabulous neighborhood facility. That's the idea today. And I want to thank all of you, all of the organizations, all of the individuals who helped make it possible. So without further ado, I want to introduce the leader of this city and an inspiration to me and to the department, our mayor, Mayor Michael Nutter.
Mike, thanks a lot, and good morning, everyone. It's just good to. It's always good to come back home. Many of you may know that I grew up here in West Philadelphia, 55th and Larchwood, and used to come to Cobbs Creek all the time. And then we have some friends and guests here, and kind of make these neighborhood connections, because for us, going away, going on a big shopping trip, of course, meant going to 69th Street. That was far away for us in West Philadelphia. I guess today folks go out to the mall, but we went to 69th Street. And so I spent a lot of time on the L. You go to 63rd Street, Milbourne Station, 69th Street, and then and do your thing. So I want to thank Mike DeBerardinis, a great commissioner, senior advisor on Parks, Recreation, and the libraries. He's doing a fantastic job. Please give him a big round of applause. And I can set out a vision and tell folks what we should be doing, but on the ground, someone has to carry those things out. And so we're the last big city in America to merge our park and recreation systems. In Philadelphia, we like to wait a little while, see what other folks are doing, and then after about 100 years or so, we join and join the rest of the world, but we learn from what others have done. And this merger has gone very well, and that's because of Mike's dedication and leadership and experience. I want to recognize some of our other friends who are here and other leaders, of course, in the community. The Cobbs Creek Community Environmental Education Center. Let's give it up for those leaders and folks who make things happen out here. Staff and the advisory council at the Laura Sims Skate House and the Cobbs Creek Recreation Center. and won't jump too far ahead, but I think, Commissioner, we have some pretty exciting things that we're going to be talking about with regard to the skate house, but we won't talk about that today. The chair of the Park and Recreation Commission, you know, when we merged these two departments, you know, we used to have a Fairmount Park Commission. That went away, but we needed good advice about how to carry out our duties going forward. The chair is here, Nancy Goldenberg, who cares deeply about these particular issues. Nancy? I want you to, you know, when elected officials get together, especially mayors, you know, we kind of say, how you doing? But it really is a rhetorical question because we're in the midst of the worst recession since the Great Depression. So all of us experience this pretty much in the same way. It doesn't matter how big your city, everyone, you know, when you don't have any money, it pretty much feels the same. And I want to welcome Mayor of Upper Darby Township, Tom Micozzi. Please welcome him. Tom, thank you very, very much. Tom Kramer, the Mayor of Millburn. And Jeanette McNeil, who brought today with her a brand new bike, demonstrating again that walking, biking is all a part of what we're doing. She says that she was inspired by seeing me on a bike. I actually don't own a bike, but when you see me out on one, it's usually one that someone has lent me. But please recognize Jeanette McNeil, the president of the Millburn Borough Council. Thank you. This is a wonderful opportunity, as Mike laid out. Not only is this about getting people to see how parks and recreation work together, but we're, of course, at a fairly unique spot in the city. This is Philadelphia, Millburn, Upper Darby, Delaware County. When we talk about regional partnerships and relationships, when people go in this Cobbs Creek Park, unlike maybe a few of us, they're not looking for the boundary lines that have been drawn on a map somewhere by surveyors or the political crowd. They know that they're in a park. And so whether you're in the Philadelphia part or you're in the Upper Darby part or the Millburn part or the Delaware County part, what you want is a great park. What you want are great trails. What you want is great recreation. What you want is a safe place for actually the most important citizens here in our city. They may not be able to vote, but they're going to be in charge one day. And we have an obligation and a commitment to pass on what we've found better and more beautiful to these young people. Please give it up for the young people who are here today. They could be out, you know, it's a Saturday, so there are any number of things that they could be doing. One, we started this at an absurd hour for them at 9 o'clock in the morning. So first, they could be sleeping. Second, they could be out doing all kinds of things, some positive, some negative. But they decided, or their parents decided, or their guardian decided, somebody decided, or maybe they decided on their own, they wanted to be here because they understand that being involved in a community, physical activity, doing positive things is what good citizenship is all about. And so I could not be more excited. One, to be here. You know I always love coming to West Philadelphia. Once it's in you, it never leaves you. But more importantly, we get to highlight one of the most beautiful assets that this city and region has. We have a 9,400-acre park system here in the city of Philadelphia. One of the largest. We have this debate all the time, whether we're the largest urban park or the largest municipally owned park. It's one of the largest parks in the United States of America. It will be an incredible asset. We will have the #1 park system in the United States. And that's because of you. That's because of our commitment. That's because we get it, that having good parks and recreation is a part of a quality of life that you really can't recreate anywhere. Someone once said, you know, it's about real estate. They don't make it anymore. Well, no one's making big park systems anymore. And if anything, some of them are shrinking. We actually have a goal as a part of our Greenworks of Philadelphia plan to increase the amount of green space here in the city of Philadelphia by at least 500 acres. We're going to plant upwards of nearly 300,000 more trees in this city because we care about the environment, we care about our air quality, we care about the beauty of what makes a city wonderful. And so that's what we're really doing out here today. And we're going to walk a little bit as soon as all of us stop speaking. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm excited to be here. You know I love parks and recreation. It's good to be here with you this morning. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.